Here's how I traveled to Takawiri on a budget of 18,000 Kenya shillings for 3 days and 2 nights. Takawiri is in Bita, Homa Bay County. We were traveling via road and we used this comfortable overland truck. So we left Nairobi at 5:30 a.m. and we traveled through the narrow Kisii highway. We were on the road the entire day and we made it to our camping site in the evening. This was a camping trip, so we went ahead to pitch our tents, had dinner and enjoyed some bonfire for those who still had the energy. The next morning, we woke up, had breakfast and headed out for our activities of the day. This being an island, for movement you need a boat, ferry or a water bus. You heard me right, a water bus. I didn't even know something like a water bus existed, let alone that we have them in Kenya. So I was pretty excited to try it out. So you have to get to the shore on time since the water bus has very strict schedule and it also has limited capacity. So once that number is reached, the rest of you are asked to disembark. If the morning water bus leaves you, then you have to wait for the afternoon one or take a boat. The charges are 200 to 350 Kenya shillings depending on your destination. You first get into the water bus and book a seat, then you come and pay after, because then you can pay and miss a seat and you're asked to disembark. So we finally made it into the water bus and I just spent my first 20 minutes admiring and being blown away by it. The seating arrangement, enough life jackets, they even sell snacks on board and it has washrooms. Cargo is put on the outside deck and you can see even cows get to enjoy the ride. I was eager to see the control room of the water bus and the crew were kind enough to allow me to go to the upper deck. The captain told me that this is called the bridge, just like the cockpit of a plane. I have been to the bridge of a ferry, so this was also cool to see. I thought I had seen it all until I went to the outer deck of the water bus and my god, the views from here of the Lake Victoria and the surrounding mountains were to die for. 1 hour was honestly not enough to soak in this beauty, but we had arrived at Takawiri Island and had to get off the water bus. Now please forgive my ignorance, but this is why I travel and learn. I thought we only had this beach ambience at the Kenyan coast, but I was beautifully surprised that they also have it here. Takawiri is indeed beautiful and a whole vibe. We got right into having a good time as we played, had a good swim and danced. We spent some few hours here as we also wait for the afternoon water bus. In the afternoon, we boarded the water bus back to Resinga Island and drove to our last activity for the day, and that is the Tom Mboya Mausoleum. We got to learn so much about the history of Tom Mboya and his political career before his death. We also saw his tomb. After a beautiful day, we went back to our campsite for dinner and bonfire before retiring to bed. The next day was sadly our last day in this region of Lake Victoria. We had breakfast and started our journey back to Nairobi. If you enjoyed watching this video and you would like to go to Takawiri Island, then I have good news for you. We have another trip coming up on the 8th to 10th of December 2023 at the same price of 18,000 Kenya shillings. The cost covers transport, meals, entry and boat charges, Tom Mboya Museum and Takawiri Island, campfire and overnight entertainment, drinking water and professional photography. Call the Adventures of Marie to book your slot on +254 752 241 321 and let's go marvel at the beauty of Lake Victoria and its islands. As always, remember to be kind to one another, love one another and treasure every minute you spend with one another because tomorrow is not promised. Ciao!